Understanding astrology, a galactic-centered approach. Welcome to our astrology class, Navigating the Houses. My name is Emma Royal, and I am a galactic-centered astrologer. I graduated from the Shamanic Astrology Mystery School in 2005, and I have been practicing astrology for 18 years. The 12 houses are traditionally read counter-clockwise. In galactic-centered astrology, the chart is read clockwise. During every 24-hour period, the sun will pass through all 12 signs of the zodiac. Beginning at sunrise, the sun will change signs every 2 hours. The only tool that remains constant are the archetypes of each sign, but even these evolve over time as the collective consciousness of humanity is always evolving. The template of every person's horoscope is a wheel representing these 12 signs, beginning with the first house and ending with the 12th. The signs representing the house positions are archetypal and only gradually change over time. The houses have been collectively agreed upon. Aries represents the first house. This youthful, creative energy begins in the spring at spring equinox. It is not a thoughtful energy, but acts on impulse or inspiration, moving from one thing to the next. The bold adventure of life, the first impression of a beginning life. Taurus represents the second house. Taurus is cognizant of the Garden of Eden. There are an abundance of plants coming up in the garden. Every need can be provided for the five senses as all flock towards the horn of plenty. Beautiful visions of flowers displaying their bloom as they give off their scent. There is a complexity of taste with so much to choose from in the garden. Songbirds begin to serenade us with their tunes. Lovemaking is at its finest art as the pleasures of the five senses is the only need. Disrupt the process of this heavenly utopia and you may find a bowl in the china shop, an angry protector over its delicate creations. The third house of the zodiac is represented by Gemini. It is here we have the concept of eating of the tree of knowledge, the eternal youth in search of knowledge for the sake of experience itself. Though this knowledge may run diverse directions, there is a real magic show as this energy can shapeshift. Watch the storyteller, musician, or entertainer in the group to display this energy. The fourth house is represented by Cancer. As we have come to a point of satiation, resources are pooled for the purpose of starting families. Animals den up as they are ready to birth. Bonds that are formed between parent and child acts as a barrier that shields a young infant, unable to support itself, with a mother's love. A mother's love is probably the most impenetrable energy in nature. The emotional body is nurtured while the physical structure is growing and the mental faculties are evolving that allow each of us to navigate the world independently. This is the dynamic energy of the householder. This is the position most commonly used to represent a person's home and root project in the natal chart. The fifth house in the zodiac is represented by Leo during the shift to summer solstice. The new offspring is ready to venture out in the world and whatever its endeavor. Its body is at peak performance and is ready to shine bright. The energy of the king and queen is present as the alpha male or female is in charge here. As the young make their transition, it is this energy of the alpha protector, male or female, competing in the world to find the brightest light as abundance in the garden has been harvested. The sixth house of the zodiac is represented by Virgo. It is the end of summer and fall is about to begin. This is the first sign of drawing inward in preparation for shorter days and foodstuffs are being stored. We begin to place our attention on the shifting seasons and analyze what has come before and what is yet to come. The service of Virgo is the ability to weave these patterns together and is quietly observing every nuance, every change. The seventh house of the zodiac is represented by Libra at the fall equinox. Night and day are equally balanced as foodstuffs are weighed, balanced, and distributed for the coming winter months. Equality in ethics and trade is emphasized as one seeks out conscious equal partnership and the idea of a soulmate emerges. The seventh house represents the relationship intent in a person's chart. The eighth house is represented by the sign Scorpio. This deep, volatile energy penetrates all matter in preparation of darker days ahead of the approaching winter. Death, rebirth, sex, and business are the energies of this very calculating time. We draw inward to experience these very basic energies. For those that understand its magic are able to transform and rise above the ashes. The ability to die to the old and be reborn anew. It is a time of letting go of the last season since Aries and clearing the way for the season ahead. The ninth house is represented by Sagittarius, and we can begin to look ahead, searching for meaning in one's life. The quest for the age-old question, how do I know God? This may look different for every seeker, but this archetypal energy is the philosopher is manifest as we quickly approach the time of contemplation, winter. Sagittarius wants to preserve the essence of last year's harvest and improve on what can be harvested the next year, based on the enduring adventure, the quest for meaning. The 10th house is represented by Capricorn, the time of winter solstice. The shortest day of the year has been reached, and plans begin for utilization of the days ahead. Consideration of every action affecting the next 7 generations are the thought forms of this energy. Look to the elders of the group to give counsel from this perspective. The 10th house is the traditional ruler of the right livelihood project in a person's chart. The 11th house is represented by the sign Aquarius. It is the big picture view of the Aquarian that one can see from the heights, the higher mind, the eagle's eye view one gains in meditation. Look to this energy for the map of what is to come ahead. The 12th house is represented by Pisces. The deep abyss is experienced as one begins to sense the new emergence of impending spring. It is here heightened sensitivity is at its greatest as the thought forms of the impregnated seed are felt. How will this year's garden bloom? The world is the family. Through the 12 houses, there is an interaction of the signs of the zodiac, which is determined by the sign. The rising is over the eastern horizon at the moment of the first breath and sets the tone for the entire chart. It is an interaction between the zodiac and the sky at birth and the traditional house positions, which are season-based, and is the template of each chart. The actors emerge as the planets transit through these signs and give action to the stage presented, the zodiac on top of the season-based house positions. As we as humans participate or dance with these energies to give them life. To learn more about a galactic-centered astrology and my approach to the reversed wheel, visit me at indigotravelers.net or stop by at Nane Ike Kumu in the Dalles, or give me a call or send me an email. I hope that you have learned from my presentation, and good journey.